All right, let's give this one a shot. We're going to be integrating a definite integral between 0 and 2 for 1 over x plus 1 quantity raised to the fourth power. So some things to note on this. This really is the same thing as 0 to 2. That dx could be moved over to the side if we wanted to. To do this integrating, what we're going to do is we're going to need to do a let statement and do u substitution. All right, so I'm going to let u be the inner function. In this case, our inner function I'm going to visualize as x plus 1. Next, we're going to take the derivative of both sides. So that's 1. We put a du on this side. The derivative on the right-hand side happens to be 1 as well, but this time with a dx because x was our variable. Now, all we have to do is do some substituting. So the dx we can replace with du, and then the x plus 1 we can replace as well. That's going to be replaced with u. So 1 over u goes in here, raised to the fourth power still. And then the dx becomes a du, because from our green equation in the bottom left, you can see that dx equals du. All right, the next thing we want to do is convert over initially our bounds of integration, the 0 and 2, those are x values. We'd like to rewrite those as u values. All right, so to do that, we're going to use our equation u equals x plus 1. So we can rewrite them as 2 gets plugged in for the x, plus 1 is going to be 3, so our upper bound is going to be 3. And then converting over from 0, we go 0 plus 1 makes 1, so our lower bound is going to be 1. From here, we next want to actually do the integrating. But before we do that, I think it'll be a little bit more helpful if we rewrite that instead of 1 over u to the fourth power. Let's move that up to the numerator, make it a negative exponent. Then we can use our power rule to integrate. So remember, on the power rule, you're going to increase the exponent by 1. So negative 4 plus 1 makes negative 3. And then divide by that new exponent. Or you can put 1 over that new exponent in front. This is still bounded by 1 and 3. Finally, let's go ahead and plug in each one of these values, and we'll do a subtraction. To do so, what I'm going to do is first rewrite this. I'm going to think of this as negative of 1 over 3u to the third power. Just moving that u back to the denominator and making it a positive exponent. So from here, we will go ahead and say 3 gets plugged in, minus 1 gets plugged in. And let's do some simplifying down. We have negative 1 over 4 copies of 3 multiplied together is going to be 81, minus 1 divided by 3, and then 1 cubed makes 1. All right, we can get, oops, this is supposed to be addition in between because we were subtracting away a negative. All right, finally, let's get a little bit better answer than this by getting a common denominator. I think 81 can work as a common denominator, so I'm going to multiply our second fraction by 27 over 27. So negative 1 81st plus 27 81st will work out to be 26 81st. All right, so I hope this helps out as we're working through learning the substitution method using u substitution to work these problems. Good luck as you're working on them. Practice it up. You can get it.